Good morning, students. Yes, say your prayer. Thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்ல ஆசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்ல ஆசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்ல ஆசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students. Good morning. Take your social science book. Take page number 146. So geography, so second unit, tourism. So already we have completed history, civics and economics. So history we have discussed about the Marathas and Peshwas. So Marathas, so the kingdom was established by Chhatrapati Shivaji in Deccan region, particularly in Maharashtra. So that was a great challenge to the Mughal Empire. So because of the rise of Marathas only, so the Mughal Empire declined. So we have discussed about that. Then we discussed about Peshwas. So Peshwas, initially they were the prime ministers of the Maratha Empire, but later they established their sovereignty. So they declared their independence from Chhatrapati and they had their real power. So we have discussed these things in our previous unit in history. So now in geography, so in first unit we have discussed about the resources. So can you remember that? The type of resources. So renewable, then non-renewable, then metallic, non-metallic resources, then the distribution. So we have discussed these things in our first unit in geography. Then second unit, it deals with the tourism. So tourism, so you all very happy to go for a tour. So whenever your parents are in your school, in our school, if we arrange a tour, means what will you feel? How you feel? You feel very happy now. So tourism. So in this unit we will discuss about what is tourism and the types of tourism and also the tourist places in India and also in Tamil Nadu. So tourism, maybe international tourism is also there. So if you can get chance means you can visit foreign countries also. But apart from that there are many places. So in India and also in Tamil Nadu. So to go for a tour. We will discuss about those things only in our today's class. So first tourism means the business activity connected with providing accommodation, services and entertainment for people who are visiting a place for pleasure. So tourism means it is also like a business activity which is connected with providing accommodations, services and entertainment for people who are visiting a place for pleasure. So learning objectives. So what are you going to learn from this lesson? So first, define the concept of tourism. So the definition of the concept. So define the concept of tourism. Then appreciate the basic and geographical components of tourism. So the basic and geographical components required for tourism. Then understand the types of tourism. So there are different types of tourism. So like religious tourism, so historical tourism, adventure tourism, like that. So if you are going to visit a historical place means then it is called as historical tourism. If you are going to visit a temple, so famous temple means then it is called as religious tourism. So like that. So there are lot of types of tourism out there. Then identify the places of tourist attraction in India. Then the places of tourist attraction in Tamil Nadu. Then finally you will learn about the places of tourist attraction in India and also in Tamil Nadu. So learning objectives. So first to define the concept of tourism, appreciate the basic and geographical components of tourism, understand the types of tourism, identify the places of tourist attraction in India, then explain the places of tourist attraction in Tamil Nadu. Introduction. So the word tourist was derived from an old English word Turian. So the word tourist. So tourist means a person who travels out of his usual environment for not more than 1 year and less than 24 hours. So tourist means a person who wanted to visit a place outside. So the place which he had never visited or just for pleasure. So the word tourist was derived from an old English word Turian, which refers to a person who travels out of his usual environment for not more than 1 year and less than 24 hours. The purpose of travel may be religious or recreation. So recreation means the fact of people doing things for enjoyment. So when they are not working. So recreation means the fact of people doing things for enjoyment when they are not in work. So the purpose of travel may be religious or recreation or for business or historical or cultural. So the word tourist was derived from an old English word Turian, which refers to a person who travels out of his usual environment. Yeah, so he travels outside. Yeah, so from his usual environment, so just for pleasure. Yeah, so it may be more than 1 year. It may be not more than 1 year, and but less than 24 hours. Yeah, so within 1 day to 1 year. Yeah, so he should not be in a place for more than 1 year. Yeah, he should not visit a place just for a day. Yeah. So the purpose of travel may be religious, recreation, business, historical, and cultural. So the basic components of tourism. So tourism, so it has become an important source of income for many regions and even for the entire countries of the world. Yeah, so tourism, it is an important source for many countries, so as income. Yeah, so they provided income for many countries. And also tourism is an essential part of the life of the society because of its direct impact on social, cultural, educational, and economic sector of the nation and on their international relations too. Yeah, so tourism now became an essential part of the life of the society because its direct impact on social, cultural, educational, and economic sector of the nation and on their international relations too. Yeah, the three main components of tourism are attraction, accessibility, then amenities. Yeah, so the three main components of tourism are attraction, accessibility. So accessibility means so that can be reached easily. Then amenities, a feature that makes a place pleasant or comfortable or easy to live in. Yeah, so tourism, it became an important source of income for many countries. Yeah, and also for many regions. Yeah, so some of the places, yeah, so they depend on the tourist only. Yeah, so like the places around the important tourist place. Say for example Mahabalipuram or Tanjore Big Temple or hill stations like Ooty, Kodaikanal. So the people living in that region so mostly depend on the tourist for their income. Okay, so they provide so suitable income for them. Yeah, so tourism and also tourism is an essential part of the life of the society because its direct impact on social, cultural, educational, and economic sector of the nation and on their international relations also. Yeah, the three main components of tourism are attraction, accessibility, then amenities. Yeah, so these three components are together known as A3 concept. Yeah, so attraction, accessibility, and amenities. So the three components are together called as A3 concept. So attraction mainly comprises of two types such as natural attraction, cultural attraction. So attractions so comprises of two types. So one is natural and another one is cultural. So natural attraction includes landscape, seascape, beaches, climatic condition, forest. So natural means it includes a beautiful landscape. So or a beautiful beaches, seascape. So then climate condition, so very cold climate. Then forest, so evergreen forest. So these were considered as natural attraction. So cultural attraction, it includes historical monuments or other intellectual creations. So cultural, mostly it is by human beings. So natural, it is natural. So natural attraction, it is natural. But cultural, so mostly it is made by human beings. So historical monuments and other intellectual creations. So apart from this, cultural attraction also includes fairs and festivals. So sometimes festival functions. So some of the important festival functions. So celebrated, so that will also attract people. So say for example, so that Jallikattu. So during Jallikattu, so many foreigners also visit so the places where we are conducting so the Jallikattu and they are enjoying this program. Okay, and apart from that, there are a lot of functions. So in North India and South India, we are celebrating. During that time, so many foreigners visit our country, so just to visit it, just to see it. So that is cultural attraction. Then accessibility, another important component of tourism. Accessibility means reachability to a particular place of attraction through various means of transport such as road, rail, water, and air. Accessibility means easy reachability of a particular place of attraction through various means of transportation. So the various means of transportation, here we use roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. So transport decides the cost of travel and the time consumed in reaching or accessing a specific attraction. So transport, it decides the cost of travel and the time consumed in reaching or accessing a specific attraction. So accessibility means reachability to a particular place of attraction through various means of transportation, so such as roadways, railways, water, and airways. So this transport decides the cost of travel. So how you are traveling through roadways or railways, through airways. So this decides the cost of travel and the time consumed. Yeah, so if you go on roadways means it will take a lot of time. If you go on airways means soon you will reach. Yeah, so the time, yeah, so how much it take. Yeah, it is decided. Yeah, so the transport decides the cost of travel and the time consumed in reaching or accessing a specific attraction. The amenities, so the facilities, so that needed by the tourist. So the amenities are the facilities that cater to the needs of a tourist. So whenever you visit a place, so whenever there is a tourist place means, if you visit means you need some accommodations, you need some things. So for your convenience. So what are they? So accommodations in terms of hotels, restaurants, cafes, and other staying unit. So if you are visiting a place means, so there should be a place for you to stay. So that may be a hotel or a restaurant. Then travel organizers, tour operators, and travel agents. So in order to locate a place, in order to easy visit, you must know about a travel organizer, tour operators, and travel agents. Then foreign exchange centers, passport and visa agencies. If you are visiting a foreign country means, so you should know about the passport and visa agencies and other also foreign exchange centers. Then sectors related to travel insurance, safety and security. So you must know about your safety. Because you don't know about the economic condition and also you don't know about the place. Just you know the spot only. So just you know about the tourism place only. Apart from that, you didn't know about that region. So you should be very safe and your security is to be provided. So amenities are the facilities that cater to the need of a tourist. So first one, accommodations in terms of hotels, restaurants, cafes, and other staying unit. Then travel organizers, tour operators, and travel agents. Then foreign exchange centers, passport and visa agencies. Then sectors related to travel insurance, safety, and security. Then types of tourism. So from the ancient time, travel is a fascination for mankind. So fascination means a very strong attraction that makes something very interesting. So tourism can be divided on the basis of nature, utility, time, and distance as indicated below. So tourism can be divided on the basis of nature, utility, time, and distance. So the types of tourism, it includes religious tourism, cultural tourism, historical tourism, ecotourism, adventure tourism, recreational tourism. So types of tourism. So from the ancient time, so travel is a fascination for mankind. So human beings, so we are enjoying so to go for a tour. So it makes us very interesting. So we like to go for a tour. So tourism can be divided on the basis of nature, utility, time, and distance. So the different types of tourism are religious tourism, cultural tourism, historical tourism, ecotourism, adventure tourism, then recreational tourism. So we will discuss one by one. First one, religious tourism. So religious tourism is one of the oldest type of tourism wherein people travel individually or in groups for pilgrimage. So pilgrimage, a journey to a holy place for religious reason. So religious tourism is one of the oldest type of tourism where people travel individually or in groups for pilgrimage to a religious location such as temples, churches, mosques, and other religious places. So religious tourism, one of the oldest type of tourism where people travel individually or in group to a religious location. So for pilgrimage, so just for visiting a religious location, so such as temples, churches, mosques, and other religious places. So say for example, religious tour to Kashi by Hindus and to Jerusalem by Christians and to Mecca by Muslims are few examples of religious tourism. So religious tourism, one of the oldest type of tourism. In this type of tourism, so people travel individually or in groups for pilgrimage to a religious location. So for their religious duty, so they visit some important religious location. So maybe a temple or a church or a mosque or other religious places. So say for example, so Hindus visit so Kashi, or they maybe went to some religious places like Rameswaram, like that. No. Then Christians, so they want to go to Jerusalem. Then Muslims, so they want to visit Mecca. So these are the examples of religious tourism. Then historical tourism, it focuses on visiting historical important places. So it focuses on visiting historically important places like museums, monuments, archaeological areas, forts, temples, and so on. So it focuses on visiting historical places, so like a museum or a monument, so or archaeological areas, so like Keeladi, so Kodumanal. So there are some archaeological areas are there, no? Then we will try to go for Indus Valley civilization place, so Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, so like that. Then fort, so the famous fort built by our kings, so medieval period kings and also ancient period kings, and the temples, so which was constructed in olden days, so like Tanjore Big Temple, so Gangaikonda Cholapuram, and so on. So these are the historical tourism. So say for example Angkor Wat of Cambodia. So Cambodia, a country in Southeast Asia. So there was a big temple, so for Lord Vishnu. So that is called as Angkor Wat temple. So Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Then Taj Mahal of India. Then in Egypt, so pyramid. So these are the some examples for historical tourism. So historical tourism, it focuses on visiting historically important places like museum, monument, archaeological areas, forts, temples, etc. So example for historical tourism were Angkor Wat of Cambodia, Taj Mahal of India, then pyramids of Egypt. The third one, ecotourism. So ecotourism typically involves travel to destinations where plants and animals thrive in a naturally preserved environment. So ecotourism is related with environment, so natural environment. So it involves travel to destinations where plants and animals live in a naturally preserved environment. So Amazon rainforest, African forest safari, trekking in the slopes of the Himalayas are the famous incredible eco-friendly attraction. So incredible means extremely good or large. So the people so wanted to visit the places so which are naturally beauty. So there is no man-made thing. So should be entirely of so natural. So the plants and animals so live naturally. So without any disturbances. So people so visiting that places. So this is called as ecotourism. So like Amazon rainforest, African forest safari, then trekking in the slopes of Himalayas. So that is called as ecotourism. Then adventure tourism. Adventure means an unusual, exciting or dangerous experience, journey or series of events. So an unusual, exciting or dangerous experience. So adventure tourism is a type of tourism involving travel to remote or exotic places in order to take part in physically challenging outdoor activities. So adventure tourism. So some of the tourists, so they wanted to have the thrill in the tourist places. So they like so this kind of tourism. So they want some physical challenges. So adventure tourism is a type of tourism involving travel to remote or exotic places in order to take part in physically challenging outdoor activities. So say for example, so skydive in Australia, then bungee jumping in New Zealand. So what is meant by bungee jumping? It is a sport in which a person jumps from a high place, so such as a bridge or a cliff, with a bungee or a rope tied to them. So tied to them. Okay, so adventure tourism. Then mountaineering in the peaks of Himalayas. Then rafting. So in the Brahmaputra river. So Brahmaputra river, so often it was with the flood. So they tried to ride in that river. So they try to sail their boat in that river. So adventure tourism, so a type of tourism involving a travel to remote or exotic places in order to take part in physically challenging outdoor activities. So you can see in this picture. So the skydive in Australia, the bungee jumping in New Zealand. So see this person. So a rope was tied so in his hip. So he tried to jump from the top of a mountain. So it is very thrilling to him. So then mountaineering in the peaks of Himalayas, then rafting in the Brahmaputra river at Arunachal Pradesh. So these are examples for adventure tourism. Then recreational tourism. The recreation, so the fact of people doing things for enjoyment. So this type of tourism aims at enjoyment, amusement or pleasure, or mainly for fun activity. So this type of tourism aims at enjoyment. So this type of tourism so mostly enjoyed by children. So they like to visit some amusement parks. So waterfalls, hill stations, beaches and amusement parks are the attractive spots for the recreational tourism. So this type of tourism aims at enjoyment, amusement or pleasure. So mainly for fun activity. So waterfalls, hill stations, beaches and amusement parks are the attractive spot for the recreational tourism. So have you visited amusement park? Any amusement park? Yeah, so a large outdoor area with fairground rides, shows, and other entertainments. So that is called as amusement park. So apart from this type of tourism, that is religious tourism, historical tourism, ecotourism, adventure tourism, then recreational tourism. So there are certain type of modern type of tourism are there, so which got developed in recent years. They are annual holiday tourism, industrial tourism, seasonal tourism, international tourism, group tourism, sports tourism, health tourism, and farm and rural tourism. So apart from the basic type of tourism, there are certain modern types of tourism which got developed in recent years. So annual holiday tourism. In schools and colleges, so if you get annual day leave means you go for tour. So that is called as annual holiday tourism. Then industrial tourism. So in order to know about some industrial places, so some persons so visit that industry. So that is called as industrial tourism. Then seasonal tourism. So during summer month, so we go to some hill stations like Ooty, Kodaikanal. That is called as seasonal tourism. Then international tourism. So if you want to visit any foreign country, that is called as international tourism. Then group tourism. If you go along with your friends or with your family members means then it is called as group tourism. Then sports tourism. So as a sport, so in order to watch a sport event, so if you want to watch any sport event means you visit that ground, you visit that sports event place. So that is called as sports tourism. Health tourism. So if you want to get so good health treatment, you may go for a foreign country. So that is called as health tourism. Farm and rural tourism. So the people who are in urban areas wanted to visit the village areas. So they want to know about the village style life. So they visit farm and rural tourism. Okay, so these are the types of modern types of tourism. Then international tourism. So international tourism is undertaken to visit the places of international importance and to gather knowledge about international culture and customs. So international tourism, it is undertaken to visit the places of international importance and to gather knowledge about international culture and customs. For this, there are certain travel forms and formalities to be filled by the tourists, such as passport, visa, foreign currency, air ticket, travel insurance, and other immigration details. So immigration means the process of coming to live permanently in a country that is not your own. So international tourism undertaken to visit the places of international importance and to gain knowledge about international culture and customs. For this, there are certain travel forms and formalities to be fulfilled by the tourist, such as passport, visa, and they have their foreign currency, air ticket, travel insurance, and other immigration details. So visa. So what is a visa? A document issued to a person or a stamp marked on the passport of a person who wants to visit other country. So visa, a document issued to a person or a stamp marked on the passport of a person who wants to visit other country. So there are 4 types of visa. So one is tourist visa. So if a person want to go for a tour means then it will provide with tourist visa. Then student visa. So for higher education, for the students. So those who want to have their higher education in the foreign countries, so they have student visa. Then employment visa. So if a person want to work in a country, then he get employment visa. Then medical visa. So medical treatment in a reputed hospital of a country. So if their country have not that much hospital facilities means, so they want to visit the foreign country, so which they can get a higher treatment. So for that they get medical visa. So normally visa is of 4 types: tourist visa, student visa, employment visa, then medical visa. Then the basic element of tourist attraction. So certain elements are fundamental, basic to attract the tourist at a travel destination. So they are pleasant weather, scenic beauty, historical and cultural monuments. So certain elements are fundamental, so to attract the tourist as a travel destination. So the basic elements are pleasant weather, then scenic beauty or historical and cultural monuments. Then the geographical components of tourism. So they are landform, water, vegetation, climate, animal life, settlement features, then culture. So geographical components of tourism. So first landform, it includes a mountain or a plateau, so canyon, valleys, caves, cirques, sand dunes, coral reef, cliffs, etc. So this type of landform you will study in detail in your higher classes, especially in 9th standard. So different types of landforms, so the geographical component. Then water, so it may be a river or a lake or a waterfall, hot springs and geysers, so snow and glacier, so water current, tides and waves. Yeah, so these are so water geographical component. Then vegetation, so forest, it may be a grassland or a desert, so like that. Then climate, so sunshine, so cloud, and then admirable, so attractive temperature, so rain and snow. Then animal life, so wildlife, so birds, game reserves or zoos, or hunting and fishing. Then settlement features, so towns, cities and villages. Then historical remains and monuments. Then culture, that is the way of life, tradition, folklore, so folk, so arts and craft. So these are the geographical component of tourism. If any of you wanted to go for a tourism means, you will choose the place which consists of these geographical components. So like a different landforms, maybe a water sources, or maybe a vegetation, so natural vegetation, or maybe a climate, so beautiful climate, or maybe animal life, so in order to visit a forest region. Then settlement features, culture, etc. Okay students, so today's class we discussed about tourism, so the basic components of tourism. So what are the 3 basic components of tourism? Yeah, attraction, accessibility, then amenity. Then we discussed about the different types of tourism. So what are the different types of tourism? Religious tourism, cultural tourism, historical tourism, ecotourism, adventure tourism, then recreational tourism. Then finally we discussed about so the basic element of tourism, then geographical components of tourism. So in tomorrow's class we will discuss about the tourist attraction in India and Tamil Nadu. Okay, so okay students, take your book. So take page number 148. Textbook reading. So read the geographical components of tourism. So that is your textbook reading. Then homework. Take page number 160. 6th Roman letter. So first 3 questions. Define tourism. Then second, write a short note on ecotourism. Then third, what are the basic elements of tourism? So first question, page number 146. Second question, page number 147. Third question, page number 148. So take page number 146. So see the first getting introduction. The word tourist was derived from an old English word turian, which refers to a person who travels out of his usual environment for not more than 1 year and less than 24 hours. That is the answer for first question. Then second question, page number 147. So right hand side sign getting ecotourism. Ecotourism typically involves travel to destinations where plants and animals thrive in a naturally preserved environment. Second question. Then third question, take page number 148. So right hand side, so below that, do you know? So the visa explain is there, no? Below that, basic elements of tourist attraction heading is there. So certain elements are fundamental to attract the tourists as travel destinations. They are pleasant weather, scenic beauty, historical and cultural monuments. That is the answer for third question. Okay, so write it in your homework note and read it well. Okay, so thank you students. Have a nice day.